Hi, Rattlers. This is Miss Peña, your school counselor. I am so excited to have you all back here with us. Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking, or also welcome sixth graders, right? Those of you who are new to our school. We're going to be talking about regulating to learn using circles. Okay, I want you to understand what circles are. You're going to be using them in your Den Time classes with your Den Time teachers. So these next 2 weeks, today and next week, you're going to be learning about the science of emotions and how to regulate our brain. So that's what we're talking about today. So again, I am Miss Peña, your school counselor. Welcome back and welcome to our new sixth graders. So you will notice in your Den Time that your teachers will be telling you on Mondays to create a circle. Why circles, Miss? What does this mean? Our teachers and staff want to check in on our students to see how you guys are doing. This is going to help you regulate your brain to learn so that you're ready to learn in class. This teaches you how to build positive relationships with each other and to create a safe environment. We want you to feel loved and supported while you're here at school, and circles is going to help. I know that those of you 6th and 7th graders that were here last year, right, we did circles, and we are going to continue to work on those to get better. Let's start off by watching a video on the hand model of the brain.
It started with a simple but effective idea, a way to visualize our rising emotions and help restore our calm, keeping our cool when flipping our lids. It's a hand model of the brainchild of Dr. Daniel Siegel, and here's how it works. Put your thumb in the middle of your palm and curl your fingers over the top. Now you have a model of the brain. Lift your fingers up and raise your thumb. That's the inner brainstem represented by your palm and wrist. The brainstem controls basic body functions like breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Put your thumb back down. That's the approximate location of the limbic area, most notably the amygdala, which helps to regulate emotions and our fight, flight, freeze response. Now, curl your fingers back over the top, and your prefrontal cortex, which allows us to think critically, predict consequences, control impulses, and do other executive functions, is in place. The frontmost part of the brain helps us rationally manage the amygdala and brainstem areas. But when our emotions start to rise, maybe someone's pushed your last button, or you perceive a threat or danger, our amygdala overrides the prefrontal area, and we can flip our lids, losing our cool, and acting in ways that can be scary to others. By visualizing our lid flipping and noticing when our emotions are rising, we can take a break or a deep breath and work to calm ourselves, giving our brainstem a chance to regulate our body and allowing us to actually change what the brain does and return to the clearer thinking of the prefrontal cortex. That's the power of using the hand model for ourselves and as a learning tool for our children.
Alrighty, guys, so that was the hand model of the brain, and you're going to be hearing me talk a lot about brain regulation during our classes that we're going to be having in the library, because this is really important, right? When our brain is regulated and calm, our blood is flowing at the top, we are learning, right? This is our learning brain. If something happens during class and our amygdala is our alarm system, this is when we become dysregulated. We're in survival mode. We don't want to be there in class anymore. You're either in fight, flight, or freeze mode, right? This is when something happens, and we need to learn how to react. Unfortunately, a lot of us, including adults, we react negatively sometimes, and we, yell out in class, or we push the desk over, right? Sometimes things happen out of our control, or we start crying, and we need to learn how to control our emotions. We need to learn how to use our coping skills, our breathing exercises. So what you're going to be doing in your Den Time classes is going to help you in the long run, right, to be able to cope with these emotions. So you're going to notice that your teacher is going to have a welcome. You guys will be having a talking piece, whatever your teacher uses to pass around the room. You're going to agree to your circle rules. Remember, when you are in a circle, we respect the talking piece. We speak and listen from the heart. And anything that you guys share in your circle shall remain confidential in your circle, right? Unless somebody is in danger, then we do need to report. You're going to have a check-in with your teacher to see how you're feeling, whether it's an emoji chart, a thumbs up. There's going to be different activities every Monday, okay? There'll be a mindfulness or regulation skill, whether it's breathing, meditation, or some type of activity. And then your teachers are going to be having a discussion conversation with you with different topics and then a closing, okay? Circles don't take a lot of time, but we do encourage you to participate and try your best when you're in a circle. Be respectful to each other so that they could really be effective, guys, okay? This is a district initiative, so all of the students around our district are doing these circles because it's been proven to help our students, okay? So why are we doing these circles? So that all of you guys feel loved, important, and safe. I know that it's a little bit weird to talk in front of our classmates sometimes, but we have to get to know each other. These are going to be your 10 time classmates, and you want to get to know each other so that you feel safe to talk in front of each other. The check-in part of the circle helps the teacher by helping to see if you guys are doing okay, identify how you're feeling, what your emotions are for that day. The regulation skill. So this part, whether it's breathing or the meditation, whatever your teacher decides to do that day, it's going to help our brains get ready to learn. Remember, to learn, our brain needs to be in a regulated state. But throughout the day, you're going to have all kinds of feelings. You might be happy 1 minute, sad, angry, right? Our day is long, and sometimes we have different range of emotions. Sometimes we're a little bit bored, sometimes we're excited, and that's okay. We're all human, and we have all these feelings. However, sometimes we have really big feelings, like when we're angry or when we're sad, or maybe something happened during lunch and you're about to go to class. Guys, unfortunately, we cannot be going to the counseling center all day, right? As much as I love to work with you guys, but we need to learn how to control those emotions, because when you become an adult, you're not going to have the availability to go to the counselors or go home or whatever the case is, or to go hide under your pillow, right? Because you have to go to work and you have responsibilities when you get older. So that's why we teach you to be able to control these feelings and these big emotions. We can't, when we're having these big emotions, it's hard for us to think, to learn, to make rational decisions, right? Because our brains are dysregulated. So what we need to do is we need to help to get back into smart mode, into learning mode. So next time you're having a big feeling, follow these 3 steps to help you get back into regulated state. Identify the emotion. Okay, I'm feeling angry today. Use your check-in by how are you feeling? And then you're going to ask yourself, how big is this feeling? Is it a big feeling monster or a little monster, right? On a scale of 1 to 10. Are you super upset, like you're going to punch somebody or you're going to punch the wall? Or are you, maybe like a 2, you're not that upset, but something bothered you? How are you feeling? It's better to rate the emotion. And then 3, you need to select a regulation skill. What's going to help you calm yourself down in that moment? Is it going to be breathing, maybe counting from 1 to 10, maybe some meditation? Unfortunately, when you're in class, you're not going to be able to say, Miss, can I listen to music to help me regulate, right? Because it's, part of our rules. Or we're not going to be able to fall asleep to regulate. So something that you can do at your desk that will help you regulate. If you're at home, then of course you can exercise, you can go for a jog, you can play with your pets. But we need to also learn things that we can do while we're here at school. So circles are going to help us because we're going to show you guys a lot of different breathing exercises and just mindfulness techniques that you can use to help you calm yourself down so that those emotions don't become out of our control, okay? So some examples, like we said, breathe, getting a drink of water, go for a walk, exercise, drawing. Maybe drawing can be something that you can do on the side of your paper when you're feeling very sad or angry, right? That's not going to disrupt the class or interrupt the teacher. How will you regulate your brain the next time it is dysregulated? What can you do for yourself to help you get to that regulated and learning brain? And guys, this is all science, right? Like it's been researched. We know that we all experience these emotions. So these circles are a tool to help us. So we really want you to take them serious and try your best, share out loud with each other. just get to learn these exercises. I know a lot of you guys always tell me, Miss, breathing doesn't help. Well, because we're not consistent or because we're not doing it right? So the more you practice it, the better you're going to feel when you want to help yourself calm down. And trust me, even as adults, I get angry sometimes, but I'm not going to go and punch my principal or the nurse or Mr. Lackey, right? I'm going to calm myself down because we all get angry, or sometimes I'm really sad and I want to cry, but I'm not going to cry in front of the whole school, even though sometimes it does happen, right? But we need to learn how to control these emotions so we don't get to that point. Okay, so let's try our best during circles. You'll be starting circles the third week of school with your official Den Time teacher. Thank you guys for listening. And again, I'm so excited for this school year and to help you learn all of these tools to help you regulate your brain. Bye, Rattlers. Have a great first week.